Alright, hello everybody and welcome back, and today we've updated to Bitwig Studio 1.2 and this is great. Kind of excited about it. I have been playing around with the beta version and that kind of thing, but today I want to update the template that we made a while back and make it as a proper download for you to grab hold of, because some people have been asking me for it and I would like to give it to you, but I want to do a little bit of maintenance on it. I think we need to change a few things. I accidentally opened it once and started working on it as a new project, and well, I think I stuffed a few things up, so I want to check a few things and just change it around a little bit. We've got groups now, which is cool, but I'm still going to use buses. I think it's actually still a very relevant way to work. Now, you can group your synths, I think would be probably the best way to do it, and then send them to the bus. To me that makes more sense. But anyway, for now what we're going to do is, well, I suppose we could, well, the reason why I don't want to do it is because things can get lost. So we could group all our drums inside the drum, make it a drum bus, sorry, a drum group, but I don't think this is how I want to work. But if you want to work that way, you can. So you could just basically turn this drum bus into a drum group, or a group track, and then you can basically start. Can you actually do that? I thought you could create. No, so it's created it. You can't switch it to. So you just copy everything from here and just dump it, everything that's on here, and then dump it inside the group 2 and then rename it drum bus. But I don't want to do that, so I guess you could do that. Let's get rid of that. So I wanted to check a few things. Now on the drum bus I didn't have a sidechain, so this is the sidechain over here. I'm not exactly sure. Can I actually rename this? Wow, I wish I could actually rename this instead of effects layer. I want to rename it to something else. Can I? It doesn't look like I can. Ah, here we go. So if I name this sidechain, does it update? Yes, it does. Well, there you go. I learned something new today. That's fantastic. So I'm going to name the sidechain, and so then when you get the template, you know what it is. Yeah. So this one here is a parallel compressor. So I'm just going to click on the effects layer down here. Now this is down here, and it comes up with this eye device up here, so I'm just going to shove in there parallel compressor, and that should rename that. So that's pretty cool. We've got those set up. I'm just going to save this quickly. Now at the moment I'm downloading some of the new Bitwig libraries, which is kind of cool. We're kind of excited to have a look at that. Now I want to explain what's going on here. So in this template I've got a drum bus, I've got a bass bus, I've got a synth bus, a vocal bus, and an effects bus, and that's pretty much all I'll use. Now sometimes I will actually, let's just duplicate this because I will actually add this on. Duplicate. I will actually just rename this. Okay, you name them here now. Okay, that makes sense. So I'm going to call this one kick bus. Sometimes I will layer kicks and I will want them to go to a bus, and you probably want to group these for yourself if you want to do that, but I like having a bus to send it to. So we have the kick bus. I like doing this even if I'm using just one kick. I would like to send it to a parallel compressor. I don't like putting all the effects and stuff on the actual kick itself. It's just something that I like to do. So the other reason why I want to do this is so that we can actually set up our sidechain from the kick, and we can use this bus to actually send it. So if we come back up to bass bus, I'm going to open up the sidechain here, and on the sidechain I'm going to click on the dynamics, and as the device input I'm going to select kick bus, and I'm going to select pre. Not exactly sure which one does which, but one gives you a better signal strength than the other one, and one is obviously pre or post the actual effects chain. So let's just go over that again. I've just selected the kick, and I'm going to select pre, the kick bus, select pre, and then that'll give us a signal come through there. So let's just quickly let's go to samples and find something quick. Okay, let's just grab that one. So I'm just going to create a new audio track just quickly. Inside here, I'm just going to throw this clubby kick and just duplicate that a few times. So now this kick is going to be sent to the kick bus, and then that signal will be coming through. Let's click on here and there, and then you'll be able to see that the kick is now triggering the sidechain compressor, and we can see everything that's going on here. So we've got the threshold, the ratio, the attack and the release, and you can see through here, through the inspector window here, what's going on. This is really cool. This is a neat addition. So I can actually see how this kick's actually affecting the actual sound. So that's pretty cool. Right, let's just stop that. Next one is the synth bus. Now I want to do the same thing here. What I had done was I actually added in this this low cut at 30 Hertz. I'm unsure whether or not you want to keep this in here or not. It does sometimes cause a few issues if you're trying to get some really good subby bass sounds. Some people just do this on the master channel instead of doing it actually on the bass bus, so that's up to you. I'm going to leave it there. It hasn't really done me any harm, so I will leave it there, but I'll just let you know that. So we'll go to synth bus now, and we are going to actually let's copy what we've done here on the bass bus, and I'm going to delete these and replace them. And then I'm going to click on the sidechain just to make sure that it hasn't lost. Yeah, so it loses the dynamic input, the device input. Sorry, I should say. So we're going to go kick bus pre, and then that one's set up. So if we turn the kick back on, there we go. There's our compression. Vocal bus. Now there was no sidechain on here, so I'm going to leave that as it is. I'm just going to copy this parallel compressor, and I'm going to ditch this. Save that. I'm going to take the EQ off. There's no point putting it on the vocal bus unless you want to. Effects bus, I think I'll leave the EQ there. I will remove the parallel compressor, replace that, and I'm going to copy the sidechain compressor again from here. There we go. Bit of a delay. And put it on the effects channel, because I like having a sidechain on the effects. Now you can turn this on and off depending on if you well, you can adjust it for your taste. So let's go here, pre. Once again, turn that on, check it, that's fine. Kick bus doesn't have a parallel. I mean, it's got a parallel compressor. It doesn't have a sidechain compressor because that would be silly, sidechaining itself. Okay, and you can choose to have the EQ on there as well if you like. It just sort of gives me a bit of extra control over the low end, cutting it off. You can turn it on or off if you like, and I'm having trouble turning that, making it open and close. Huh. Okay, must be a little bug. Right, so that's pretty much it for that. Now, let's go ahead and I think what I want to do, let's cancel that. Let's add a group track. So for example, this would probably be the best way to use groups. Let's make it yellow, and let's make this hang on, what color are we going to make the kick? Let's make it black. or dark grey. No, let's make it pinkish. There we go. And so this one here, I'd make it a synth group. So group. I want to send all my synths to the synth bus, so I'd send that out to synth bus. And so now inside here, I can make a new instrument. Let's drag it up into the synth group. So now if I there click on the folder, that opens up and there's an instrument there, and so we can create a few of these and send them all into the synth bus up here without much hassle. So that's kind of cool. Now I wonder, can you can't. Okay, I was wondering if you could actually do this. This would be kind of fun if you could. If you create a MIDI clip on the synth group and it would actually send notes to all instruments, but it won't do that, so that's okay. Alright, so the synth group goes to the synth bus, and you can have multiple instances of instruments in there, and that'll keep all that tidy. And you can do the same thing for effects. I think this is actually going to be a really good idea to do it for effects. So let's do create group, make it white, and let's just drag that inside there. Rename this effects group. And I'll rename this FX1. You can name it whatever you want. And on the synth, it's instrument 1. Okay, so that's fine. So what we've got here effectively is we can now keep track of all our effects. So I just come to the effects group if I want to add in a new sound or sample, and I can just create a new one in here, just a new audio track, and it will be automatically routed to the effects bus once we've set this. So on the synth group, we selected the output to synth bus. For the effects group, we're going to select this to effects bus, and that's it. That's cool. I don't know how many, if you want to make a bass group, it's up to you, but I've pretty much shown you how to do that, and you already know it. So some of you already know it, so I guess it's no big change or big deal, and you can create your own groups and send them to the buses. But I think, for me personally, I think this is probably the best way to go. Now, one of the other things too is you got to watch out for these volume levels. So basically, this here is a dummy channel. It doesn't do anything. It's got no output, no input. I'll just put it here as a spacer. So I've spaced out put a space between my my buses and my groups. So if you look at the screen real quickly, you can see where things are. This will be my main kick, and I'd probably have it directly underneath this divider here. Right, so one more thing we might want to do is set up a premaster, and that comes in really handy if you want to sort of take a listen to another track that you want your track to sound similar to, and you want to just place it in an audio channel and sort of solo it and then check it against yours. The problem with that is that a lot of the time we put all our master chain effects on the master directly, and that'll actually affect the sound of the track you want to listen to, and you have to actually sort of turn off your master chain. So what we could do is actually make a pre-master. Let's actually do that, because I think that might actually be a good idea. So what I want to do then is let's put it up the top. Should I put it up the top, because then it will be out of the way. Let's create a new audio track. Okay, let's drag that to the top. I'm going to make it just standard grayed out or black. Rename this as Premaster. Okay, and then what that actually is going to do then is we're going to send everything, all our buses, to the Premaster. So the drum bus goes to Premaster, the bass bus goes to Premaster, synth bus, Premaster, vocal bus, Premaster, effects bus, Premaster, kick bus, Premaster. And then what we do is we go to the master and we grab our instruments, our effects chain, and then drag that to Premaster. I've got to make sure that the Premaster is actually set on 0, very important. And effectively what we've done is we've said, okay, send everything, all our instruments, all our sounds to the buses, send all the buses to the Premaster, and then send the Premaster out to the master. So now I can just solo the Premaster or solo a track that I want to bring in and listen to against my actual track. And I think this is actually going to be quite handy for a lot of people just trying to get your track sounding just right like the pros. I think this is a great idea. Okay, what else should we do? I think I've checked everything. We've got a couple of groups set up already. You can just create your own groups you want to add to it. Vocal group would be another one. Actually, I'll just make another group for you. Create group, and we'll call this. Let's just change the color to blue. You can change the colors if you want. There's no. Just so I know what the colors are. Vocal group. It's a bit hard seeing around the mic sometimes. Vocal group. And then inside there we'll just throw our vocals samples. So then we'd send that to vocal bus. Alright, sweet. Then what's left to do is we'd set this up as a template. So we'd go File, Save as Template. I haven't set up a template yet, so this is the first time I've done it. Should collect external files. There aren't any. Should collect packaging files, there aren't any, but let's select it anyway. A live stream template version, this is number 2 because this is the second time I've done this. That's me, URL, template, tags. I don't know what tags you want to put it in. I'm just going to put main template for me. Oh, well, I guess let's just leave it and select OK. That is now template. So then when I go File, New from Template, I should be able to find my template. There it is. So I shouldn't be able to save over this now. So if I go save. I thought this would I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's do it for real. So if I went File, New from Template, select my template, go OK. It says it's untitled, and then if I click Save, it prompts me to save it as something. So that's cool. That's what I want. Okay, let's just close this window and head back to our template. I think we'll just leave it there. This is pretty good. This is a good start. We can add to this or change it up a bit later. I want to keep it simple. You may choose to actually change these things around yourself. Let's see, this is the drum bus, so that should be parallel compressor. Let's actually fix this so we don't get a little bit confused. Feel free to change it up yourself. I want that one. It's up to you. This is just a sort of beginner template that'll help you out. Oh, come on. Copy, paste, paste, paste. There we go. This program just takes a little bit getting used to with cut and paste. Okay, there we go. Premaster, drum bus, parallel compressor, sidechain, parallel compressor, sidechain. Okay. The kick. File, save as template. Okay. file, new from template. There we go. And we should have everything set up as we want. Okay, good. So sorry I couldn't add the sample in. You don't get a free sample. It just doesn't work. There we go. So what I'll do is I'll save this as a project and I'll upload it, zip it, upload it, and you can download it from the video and you should be able to access it and use it at your will. Just go to town on it. Now if you're wondering where this parallel compressor came from, if I remember correctly, we modeled it off a synth, off a parallel compression. Might have been one of the waves ones. So we just modeled the same settings, and it will be similar. It's not going to be the same, won't have the same characteristics, but it'll do the same job. You can replace it with your own parallel compression if you like, and we've also set the mix to about 80%. You may want to change this to 70. Somewhere between 70 and 80 should be okay, and that's just to let some of the clean come through as well as some of the compressed sound. So at the moment we're doing like about 80% compressed, and the leftover 20% is basically the uncompressed sound. But that's not exactly how it works, but it's kind of how it works. Alright, I'm going to leave you there. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Enjoy your free template and make some tracks and let me know what you've made. I'll be quite keen to hear it. So yep, go for it, and I'll catch you a bit later on. See ya.